Hello and welcome to Final Boss Fight. My name is Jeff, and I am joined as usual by this motley crew. I'm joined by Ben,
How you doing there?
who'll be playing Birch Wild. Tanny, who will be playing Kira Hawk. Tanny says hi. Sean, Commander Crumpet,
I'm far too busy trying to pay back my loan to Tom Nook.
who's playing Brickev Pezel, and Brian Croy Dragon,
Hello.
who is playing Aris Khan. And we are here to play some Expanse role-playing game. And we're actually in the middle of an adventure at this time. I remember, if you remember last time, you guys were hired by the Mormon Church to find two of their missing scientists who had apparently been kidnapped. You broke into the ship that you suspected of kidnapping them and tracked the destination to Herculina Station. You arrived at Herculina Station. Remind me, did you fake engine trouble or did you actually cause engine trouble to get yourself into the station?
No, we faked it.
You faked it.
I think we might have caused a little bit, but nothing
Okay.
which was actually going to cause us any issues.
If I remember rightly, you spilled coffee over your navigation computer.
I think that was about it. Yep.
I'm sure it's fine.
Yeah, they're dries.
You managed to bluff your way in. Three of you wearing medium armor. One of you not wearing any armor.
Not wearing anything.
Yes, that was quite an first impression you made. The guards took you to a storage room where you were ostensibly trying to find the part you needed, but you managed to distract them and overpower them. And let's just bring you to here. This is where you are, I believe, where we left it. So I should be able to shift click here. There we go. And I remember, Bert, you sent your little drone Sparky into the air ducts, and Sparky found a hidden laboratory.
That I did. And also, I have to say that I think we have found our missing scientists.
So now that the current situation with the guards has been resolved, would you like to investigate this room using your droid?
Yes, please.
I'm going to bring you over here. So currently you are in what is obviously a laboratory. From where your droid is at the moment, you can see several people in the room. Some of them standing at consoles, some of them standing at tables of some description. If you wish to, you can. From what you can see, none of the people in this room are really doing anything other than just like looking intently at their workstations, looking intently at what they're doing. They're not looking around. They're not chatting to each other. They're just looking intently at their workstations. From where you are, you can see the back of this person here, and you were given a photo of Dr. Seri by the Mormon Church, and the back of this photo has the same sort of awful hair that Dr. Seri had. If you wish to, you can move your drone around and try and investigate a bit further.
All right, I think I will.
I think you've got control of him.
I do.
Okay, so where are you moving him?
All right. I'm moving him up to take a look at the other end of the room.
Okay, so in this half of the room, again, none of the scientists here look up at all. They're intent on their work. You recognise the even more shocking hair of Dr. Bragenholm from the picture you have. And they are both on what looks like an operating table. And on that operating table is a body, obviously dead, with long, thin limbs of the typical belter build. The top of his head is open, and his brain is currently sitting on a small metal table next to it.
Right. Well, in that case, I don't think they're alive.
Also, from where you are, you can also see up here, this scientist has another belter on a table, but this one is alive. He's looking from side to side in terror, as there are arms with scalpels, drills, and things digging into his skin and tearing his skin open.
Goddamn horror show.
Yep. The only person with any sort of movement or life you can see is this guy here, who is sitting behind a desk, and he's tapping away, and he hasn't noticed your drone yet, but unlike the others, he is very much aware of his surroundings.
So, in which case, I'd like to come back that. Just get control again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna bring Sparky back a bit.
Okay.
I'd like to go and take a look at what Dr. Sari's doing.
Oh, yep. I need to just zoom this thing out a bit so that I can see it better. That's better. So when you get to the other side, you see four look like metal pods, capsules. They've got glass, and the glass is frosted from the inside. But through the camera, you can make out figures inside them. You can't tell if they're alive or dead at this stage, but they just seem to be lying still. Unlike the other scientists in the room, Dr. Seri is looking very nervous. He is looking around. He does actually manage to turn around, and he just happens to look up at the ceiling, sees your drone, sees Sparky. His eyes widen a bit, but then he quickly turns back to what he's doing.
Right. Well, at least you ain't ratting on us or anything like that.
He definitely looks like he doesn't want to be there. You can see him like furtively looking from side to side.
I don't know whether to try and take a look at what the other smart guy is trying to do over in the corner. The one who's looking around tapping away at a computer.
This guy here.
No. The one you described earlier.
This one up here.
The one who's actually seeming to be paying attention.
You can try if you wish to. You can.
I tell you what do you think, guys? Do you want to try and take a look and see what he's working on, or shall we try and just go straight in? As far as I can tell, most of these scientists just seem to be busy working, trying desperately hard not to pay attention to anything. There's one who certainly seems to keep an eye on everything else. I reckon he might be in charge. What do we think? Take a look at what he's doing, or just go for it?
I mean, maybe at least look to see if he's got something to, like, call help.
All right.
Like a big button that says help.
Well, I don't think he's going to have a big button which is going to say help, but let's try and sneak in a little bit closer and take a look and see what his setup is. So,
okay, can you make me a dexterity check? I believe it's stealth if he has it.
let's see. No, straight dexterity it is.
Very well.
No modifiers?
No modifiers.
There we go.
Okay, so 14 and...
Sporky.
Sparky.
Sporky.
He hears the clattering of the overhead, and he looks up, and his eyes widen as he sees the drone. He stands up from his desk. What's this? Intruders.
Right. I think we need to go in now.
Okay.
Tally ho.
I'll just open the door for you. There we go.
Right. I really should let Sparky have some problems. some weaponry. Right.
So you're all going in?
I think we're gonna have to.
Mm-hmm.
By the sense of things, that guy's one in charge. I don't know about the rest of these. Right.
You're Mr. Charisma.
Gonna walk right in here.
You can walk right in there, but as you do so, the overseer here will say, "Keep them busy until security comes," and then the scientists suddenly lurch into motion, and they stop what they're doing and they start to shuffle towards you. This one, they're from what you can see, they're armed with syringes and scalpels and things.
Do they seem able to do anything?
Not pointy shit.
Does it look like they're doing this against their will?
From what you can see, their faces just look blank. They're like moaning. They're like moaning
I have a feeling that these guys have been taken over a little bit. Look, they even made them look the same.
And Overseer is going to hide. Is it right if I
I
move
have a
Kira up
feeling-
a bit as well? Am I right to move Kira up a bit as well? Ah, thank you. So with that, it's initiative time, I think.
Oh, bully.
Oh, that's a previous initiative. Let's remove all of those. Clear.
There we go, 15.
Alright. Bard has a 15.
Dooba-dooba-doo. Roll for initiative. No modifiers. 9.
9. 9. 15 for Ares. I need to roll for the scientists. I do one for the scientists. Roll for Kira and roll for the scientists. Roll there. Roll for Kira. From what you can see, Dr. Seri is hiding, and Dr. Bragenholm is just not reacting. She's still carrying on with her work. She doesn't seem to be reacting the same way as the others.
Right.
And the overseer up here, who you believe might be Drake. You've heard Drake is the leader of this facility. He is hiding behind his desk.
Right.
And
Well, if nothing else, I feel like I want to have a conversation with Drake. I don't know about the rest of you.
battle time. Aris Khan, you are up first.
Alright.
I'm going to say you can get past Bert in the door.
I'll get out of your way.
Okay.
Okay, I'll attack the one diagonal of me and in front of Bert because
Okay. Because he's right
who
there.
else- Yeah. Fast knife.
That's a damage roll. If you just press the you're fighting roll to see if you hit. Yeah.
Where's the fighting wall?
It'll be down the side, down the right hand side.
Underneath dexterity.
You have a focus
my
for
voice
it
is
as
going
well.
already.
Yeah, so it's just you're fighting. So press that with no
Oh.
modifiers. 8. He just manages to duck out the way. You don't quite connect with him.
Oh bugger.
Bert, it is your turn, and there is a scientist in front of you.
Alright.
He is all up in your grill.
He is indeed all up in your grill.
I reckon I'm gonna use an unarmed strike on him. I'm gonna try and punch him.
Okay.
Well,
Try and go
if
for
that's
the
a matter of-
non-lethal option.
Yeah, well, if he's being controlled, I don't want to kill him.
Mm-hmm.
But then again, I don't think I'm the greatest fighter either. That's a 9.
Oh, again, it just it doesn't hit him. You can feel it connect, but it doesn't do anything. It just wins him slightly. It doesn't seem to do anything to him. You can still move. Can still move if you wish.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and shift down that. So I'm not in combat with him. I can move without him.
There's no opportunity attack or disengage rule here, really.
Oh, wonderful. Right, so 13 I can move.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, ain't that handy? Hello there, friend.
Okay. Kira, it is your turn. What would you like to do? Just stand at the door. Okay, do you want to attack him with anything? Shoot him with anything? Okay. Kira is going to stand at the door. Keep a watch out for security coming, I'm going to say.
Righto.
Scientist's turn. Right, so... Let's start with this guy. He is going to square up to Ares. And he is going to try and attack you with his scalpel he is holding.
Okay.
Does a 10 hit your defense?
My defense is an 11.
Then it doesn't hit your defense. He just bounces off your armor. This guy is going to shamble over to Bert. And he's also going to try and stick you with his scalpel. Does a 9 hit your defense, Bert?
Not at all.
Okay. These guys are just going to close in on the doorway. And I can go here. Brickev, it is your turn.
It is my turn.
Yes.
Now, is Brickev going to be as reserved as everyone else?
What would Brickev do?
Brickev would go in and shoot people, so he's going to walk in. So how far can I actually move? I can never if I can remember.
It's like 13 or 11, 12 or 13, but these squares are 1 meter, so yeah.
So I can move 13 of those or 10 of those.
You can move. 1 moment. You have a speed rating of
10.
10. So yeah, 10 meters.
And so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Why not? And I'm just going to try and shoot that guy because fuck him.
Very well.
So it's accuracy riffles.
Yep.
Riffles. Bang. No modifier. Bang.
Daka with 6 stump points.
I do indeed have 6 stun points. So I'm going to open up my rifle damage madoodle. Where's the fucking stun points? General combat stunts. I think a lethal blow.
Okay.
So first of all, roll for damage. Blah. So +1 to the attack roll because it's a fine one.
That's correct. Yep.
Yep. So it does 13 damage plus slash roll 2d6, wasn't it?
Yep. For a lethal blow. Yep.
So plus roll 2d6 plus 5.
That's 18 damage in total, and yeah, he just disappears in a cloud of red mist.
Literally runs through the door, points it straight at him. Down, boy.
And Dr. Sear over here sees this, and he just ducks, but he just like tries to duck even further. The overseer over here sees this and starts screaming.
Don't wind up in that fucking dirty boy.
Ares, you have just seen one of the scientists disappear in a cloud of red mist.
Okay, this time I shoot the one in front of me.
Okay.
With a pistol.
I like the way the gloves have all just come off now. It's great.
Brickham had to be reserved in the last room. This time, you know, security's coming.
That is a definite hit. The bullets tear into him. Roll me some damage for that. 4 damage. Okay, he does reel from it, but he's still standing at the end of it.
Can I make a comment?
Yes.
Wait, I want to know, is he bleeding?
He's bleeding. Just a
Blood on
grace
my
at the
suit,
moment.
Queen. Okay, let me do my comment again. You blood on my suit, old boy.
Bert, what are you going to do?
Right. Well, I'm going to take my HC automatic pistol, aim it directly at our scientist friend right in front of me, the one cowering behind the desk.
This guy here. The one in front of you here, yep.
Yeah, That's the one. And I want to say in a nice, gentle tone, how important do you think you are around here? Is your life meaning anything?
I'm. You can't kill me. I'm one of Pope's top consultants. I can help you. I can take you to him. Just don't kill me, please.
Right. Meeting with the Pope. That sounds interesting, I'll admit. In the meantime, we seem to happen to have your lackeys here trying to stab us with these little pointed knives. I don't like that.
I tried to call. I would call them off, but they won't listen. They've undergone the procedure. They just care about their work, and they'll.
Then tell them to get back to work.
All right. And he's just going to someone who says, "Everyone, get back to work." And these scientists just really just like shamble back to what they were doing. They don't.
Bricker just goes, oh.
You know, to be honest, I wanted to see whether I'll be able to miss from this distance. As I press my gun right against his head.
There's still like the legs of a scientist still standing in the near where Bricker was, and they will just like ignore it. Anything else you want to do for your turn before we pull this combat to a close?
Things. I want information from you. Tell me about Dr. Bragenholm and Dr. Siri. Why on earth do you have them? What are they here for?
I'm going to turn. I think we're effectively out of combat for the moment, much. So I'm going to.
That's unless the guards come for the door.
It might still happen.
Nah.
So So it says I was told to find the best scientists in various fields and bring them here. I was told to find scientists who are familiar with cryogenics, familiar with genetic enhancement, and get them. So Mr. Pope wanted them to get to work for him.
I see. And as for these other scientists, what have you done to them, make them like this?
It wasn't me. It was they came here like this. There's a procedure that inhibits their moral centers, their ethical centers. They just care about their work. They don't care what it is or who it hurts. They just care about their work.
And Dr. Bragenholm and Dr. Siri, have they been through this procedure?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so.
Better hope not. In which case, I'm now going to be shining him to walk in front of me while I put my gun to the back of his head.
Okay. Where are you going to walk into?
Let's go see if they want to talk.
Okay, so where are you going to take him?
First, we'll go to Dr. Bragenholm.
Okay, she's right there anyway. So yep. And she's still like carving away at the belter body in front of her.
Dr. Bragenholm, can you hear me?
Her head turns slowly towards you.
You hear me? You understand me?
Yes.
You still have full hold on your own senses?
Yes.
Oh, that's good to hear. We've been sent to rescue you, find you, after you went missing.
My work is here.
That might be the case, but our job is to take you back. They can get you back here in more legal ways in the future.
And Drake will say to her, I think you should go with them. I think it'd be best if you go with them.
It's not much you got a fucking choice, mate.
And Bragenholm will put her tools down and goes, very well. I'll come with you.
Well, that's one. Now let's go and talk to the good Dr. Siri.
Okay.
I think he's still hiding by those tubes.
Yeah, it's all the way over here. So you can either move your character over there. We can just like theatre it. I think we'll theatre it. As you get close to him, he pokes his head outside from the capsule he's hiding behind, Eris, can you make me a perception check with a +2 modifier, please? Because you know him.
Sure, just a moment.
You don't. Okay. Okay, there's no real stunts for perception, but you can see that Dr. Seri just seems to be exactly the same as you remember him. He doesn't seem to be acting any differently, behaving any differently. He is exactly as you remember him.
Sorry, old bean, how are you?
Eris, what are you doing here?
I came to find you, old bean.
You shouldn't be here. This place, they've done horrible things to us, and they do horrible things to the people brought here.
Poppycock, my friend's in danger. I come to find him.
Thank you. Oh, I saw your drawing earlier on. Was that you?
Oh, well, I can't take all the credit for myself. My friends helped.
And he sees you others gathering around and goes, oh, thank you, but Dr. Brackenholm, is she okay as well? Is she here?
She is here.
Oh, thank goodness they didn't get to her. Do you have a ship?
Indeed we do, old bean.
I suggest we get there as soon as we get out of here as soon as possible.
How about talking to this here Mr. Pope? You heard about him?
Only stories. I've never seen him. As far as I know, he's never actually been here.
Ain't looking good for you, buddy.
That's a Drake.
That's the Drake.
Yeah. Well, I'm just his consultant. I'm not. I'm not in charge. I'm not his boss.
Promised us a meeting.
Yeah, I'll tell you what.
All right. If you let me go, if you just take the scientists and leave, I'll make sure you get to see him.
Well, I'm sure that sounds like a wonderful idea, but it does make us wonder in what context this hardly seems like the shining example.
Oh, I'm not in a position to try and play with you now, am I? You're pointing a gun at my head.
That. I get that side of things, but if we let you go, well, you're going to send Mr. Pope after us. Well, we've just seen all your military tech and such forth. We ain't exactly too sure. We ain't exactly too happy on the whole concept. Just in case, you might have to do a little bit better than that.
All right. So I'll call him now. I've got my terminal in my pocket. So I can call him now. Right in front. I can call him now.
Do it.
He draws the terminal out of his pocket slowly, and he pushes a button on it, and then the station alarm goes off.
Why would you do something so fucking stupid?
And then you also hear a sound coming over the tannoy. Station auto-destruct initiated.
Oh, even better. We don't have to worry about this place after it. Well, okay, human shield. Shall we get moving?
So you are moving with him, and you have
I'm literally going to be using him as a human shield. You got a choice here. You're going to be taking their bullets and mine. You try and take their bullets first, you'll be fine. You try and take mine, well, you just try and get away.
And okay, so where are you going to take him?
I think it's about time we started headed back to the ship.
Okay. You taking the two guys with you, Seri and Brackenholm?
Indeed. Make sure they're nestled right between us. We don't want them getting killed along the way.
Okay.
I don't know if they can fight, but
I'll bring them to. So, do you want to arrange yourself in some sort of order?
But Dr. Brackenholm has troll power.
Right. Well, for the sake of things, Bert will be right in the front with his best friend in front of him.
Okay.
I don't know. Are we doing this in the corridor or?
Up to you.
I think we'll probably be on the corridor on the way back, won't we?
I'm going to assume you retrieve Sparky as well.
Yep. Sparky's
Okay,
back on the
Sparky.
shoulder.
Okay, so do you want to move out into the corridor then?
Yeah, let's move out.
I said, wait! I said, wait!
Right.
And you say he's in front of you, didn't you?
Yep. First going down the front with my lovely new friend, Human Shield.
And where do you want Dr. Seri and Dr. Bragenheim? Behind you guys?
Should probably have him in the middle just in case we get some guards coming up from the rear.
Okay. There we go. So, and as you come out with the station alarm blaring, you do see some guards in the corridor ahead of you.
Hey there, surprise.
You can see, able to see that. Yep, you can see that.
So, Drake.
And they have their guns drawn. They were trained for this. They knew what was coming. They knew what might be coming.
That's understandable.
Our goal now is just to make sure no secrets. Mr. Pope's secrets are safe.
Ah, are you saying you hold some of Dr. Pope's secrets? They can be very handy.
And he probably realizes he's said too much and shuts his mouth.
Perhaps we want to keep this one alive. I'm not sure.
And these three guards are holding their weapons out in front of them, by the way. So, what is your plan of action?
We're just going to stand here and have a staring contest.
Staring contest with them.
Feeling we're going to be having a little bit of a fight.
Okay, you're going for initiative.
Well, you put up the turn order.
I did, yep.
That was
that's
a
the thing.
sign.
That was a sign, yep. So, yeah, roll me some initiatives, please.
12.
12.
Don't get me wrong, guns will be out and all that lot ready. I've already got one on the back of his head.
Who else do I need? Kira. And Paris. Pen for Kira. Paris has a 10 as well.
Nice.
Oh. Sorry to hear that, Tanny. Right. Look after yourself.
Take care.
Take care. Okay, add a 10 for the guards.
Alright. It's understandable. Right. It's fine.
Yeah. 11 for the guards. And I'm going to say that Bragenheim and Seri are non-combatants in this. Descending. Bert, you are up first.
Ain't that nice?
Have some music back on again.
Might as well. Right. Taking my other automatic pistol, I'll make sure to shot that nice and strong against Drake's head. And with my AC automatic pistol and aim directly at the guy right in front of me.
Okay.
What would you like me to roll?
It'll be accuracy pistols if you have.
We'll have accuracy. No modifiers.
No modifiers for this unless your pistol has something on it. I don't think it does. 11 just hits him.
Ain't that nice? What do I hit for doing that?
That's a pistol damage. That'll be whichever weapon you're using would be the damage for that pistol.
Oh, there we go. 12 points of damage.
Some of the bullets do bounce off his armor, but some do penetrate, and he does sway from the impact, but he's still standing.
After that, I make sure I'm nicely behind Drake.
Okay.
Let's see how good your guy's shooting is.
Brikev, you're up.
Mm-hmm. Do I have to get around Bert and Kira to be able to actually get a shot?
I'm gonna say you can shoot between them.
That's alright then.
These are a meter square, so you should be able to shoot between them quite easily.
Realistically, yeah.
Yeah.
So and so how far? Right out. Never mind. I just saw the range of the weapon. So
yes.
yeah.
That's not an issue here.
Rivel. Kablam!
13 does indeed hit.
And so, and I'm gonna be aiming for that one.
Same guy.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yep.
Roll damage. No modifiers? Or is it just +1 to the attack roll? No,
+1 to the attack roll.
to actually hit anyway.
Yep.
Need to remember to do that. 10 damage.
Okay, so his fortune is gone. He's now into rolling for his damage. So start with the wounded. Because he is wounded now after that. So slash roll 1d6.
Such wound.
So that's 3, 7, 5. He's got to absorb 5 damage. 3. So he's injured now. So he's. Well, I keep forgetting the order. It's wounded. It's injured then wounded. So he's injured. He just manages to hang on. He is injured and wounded, but he just manages to hang on. He's still standing on his feet, but he looks very, very, very shaky.
Fall down, prick!
He looks like if you just like walk up to him and just like tap him lightly, he's gonna fall over.
Oh,
Herculina Security's turn, and they are
Kill your master! Kill him!
They are actually going to open up on Drake. So we'll start with the first one, which is a 15, which definitely hits Drake's defense. No stunt points there. That was a rifle. No there. So 15. So Drake is definitely injured by that. It just blasts straight through his fortune. So now he has to take 1d6 to see if he can absorb. Oh, sorry. Let's roll 1d6. So he's got 3 left. So now he takes a wounded condition. 1d6. So he is now wounded.
Don't look like they care too much about you, man.
You get the feeling.
Push the stupid fucking button, eh?
From what you can see, you get the feeling it's possible that they too might have undergone some similar procedure to the scientists. Just from the fact they're so willing to, like, just like open up on everyone in front of them without even blinking. Without questioning. Yep. So this guy next to him is going to take his turn as well.
Oh, he doesn't have to do that.
And he is going to shoot straight in front of him, and that is Kira. He's going to attack.
Oh, that's not very nice.
18 with 5 stunt points. Does this guy have any favoured stunts I can use? Doesn't have any favoured stunts, so I'm not going to do that. So, yeah, it is going to hit Kira, and let's see what damage it does. 8 damage. I believe Kira is wearing armor. Kira is wearing armor, so she only suffers 3 points of that damage. Okay, so that's his turn. The last guy is going to try and also shoot at Drake. So, accuracy. I keep closing the wrong sheets, that's useful. Pew 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 with a rifle. That's not going to hit. He misses Drake. It just flies over his head and impacts harmlessly against the wall. Eris Khan, it is your turn.
I'm gonna. How do I get through here without shooting anyone?
Yeah, you can just do that. Yeah, I'll say you can like pass between them.
Okay, I'll just hold on. Fighting.
This will be
Submit
accuracy
and-
now. This is accuracy now because you're
Oh.
shooting your pistol.
Oh, accuracy.
Never mind, it hits. Going up. Roll damage for the pistol.
Oh, nice.
So that is he's bingo damage. So he's down to that, and yeah, he just collapses against the floor. There's minimal gravity here, so he collapses against the floor. So I'm going to delete this because that's my guy I put on the turn order. So I'm just going to say he turns into this guy.
Keeps the damage position.
Yep. So yeah, so one guard crumples to the floor. That's good. Yep. And you've moved, so that's your turn. You move back again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to say you did it from there. It's quite easy to reach through with your pistols. So
Yeah, I
Kira.
can't exactly see.
yeah, Kira is just going to also attack with her pistol. Actually, she's going to attack with her rifle, so she doesn't get a bonus for that. So accuracy that. And I believe that is also going to be a lethal blow. She's got 6 stunt points to spend, actually. Yep, lethal blow for 5 for 2d6. So let's roll the damage and then roll an extra 2d6 on top of it. Roll 20y, y roll 20y. Oh, and it's a +1 as well. Nine, and then slash roll 2d6. 18 against this guy, so his armor absorbs 3 of it for 15. His fortune goes away, leaving 4 left over, and let's see if he d6. They are rolling really rubbish for their wounded and injured conditions. Okay, so he is wounded and he is injured and wounded, which means he takes -2 for his attacks next on his turn.
Nice.
But it is your turn.
Alright. The first thing I'm going to do is drop this worthless Draco on the floor.
Mm-hmm. He's still alive barely, so he's just like.
Oh no. I aim is drop him on the floor so at least he don't get hit by more bullets. I'm interested in what he knows. In the meantime, I'm going to take aim at this one in front of me right here.
Mm-hmm.
And with my HC automatic pistol, gonna fire.
That is a definite hit.
Lovely.
The one in front, you said.
One in front, the one with the
Okay.
2 dots on.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. Yeah. He also just impact just like knock him back, and pieces of armor just fly off him, and he is also dead. He also dies.
Horribly.
Horribly, horribly. Yes. Brickev, it is your turn.
It is my turn. Little
Mhm.
Orton.
Wonder what you're gonna do.
Well, I'm going to try and make friends with this last one. No, I'm going to kill him. So I'm going to try and shoot at this guy. Shoot, shoot, bang, bang, shooty, bang, bang. So technically it's a 1 modifier because I've got that fine trait.
I think fine counts for damage rather than actual attack itself.
It's
just-
+1 to the attack roll.
Ah, okay. I find tracer rifle. Okay, that's fine. Yep,
Fine tracers if I fired.
that's fine. Yep, that's fine.
If
Yep.
I fired against the same person, it's another +1 or something like that.
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
the tracer out. Yeah, that's the tracer. Okay.
So fuck it.
Definitely hits. Yep.
And no doobie firkins, so damage! Damage! 9 whole damage to him.
And he takes 6 points of that against his fortune. It knocks him back, but it rocks him back, but he is still standing. And it's his turn, and he is going to once again take aim at Drake.
That Drake, the one which I just slammed onto the floor.
Yes.
Damn, they really don't like you.
I wonder why.
Because he's on the floor, I'm going to give him a +1 bonus. 16. And
Why is it when I try and do something to try and save someone, it doesn't work?
Wait, don't bother trying to save people.
11. Yep, he's dead. Drake is just like peppered with bullets, and and he has a slight smile on his face because he knows he's not going to give you any information about Sebastian Pope. Ares.
Right. Remind me to throw this one out the airlock.
Wait, is there anyone still left?
Yeah, there's one person left.
Where?
Oh, there's this guy here.
Oh, very far out of my range. How do I switch the...
You're fine with range, don't worry about it. Unless you want to walk up to him and punch him.
No, I mean the eyesight thing. I can't...
Can you not see him?
You just walk past him.
No, I can. I just don't know how to direct it downward.
Okay.
Like the light for
Oh, you mean like this? Ah,
yes.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
That's my mistake. There's a little knob on top that can turn him around.
Oh.
When you see a square, there's a little thing with you.
That's my fault. I forgot I'd put the bits on top like that.
Okay, I'll shoot him again. This time with my right. I'll shoot this one, but with my rifle.
Very well.
Okay, accuracy again.
Mm-hmm. $14 definitely hits him. $8. So he is still standing, but he is now out of fortune. He's looking he's looking swaying on his feet, as though that really took something out of him. Kira is also going to shoot at him. Again, accuracy with her fine rifle. Yeah, +1 to hit because I missed that. Hits with 2 stump points this time. Let's see what stump points you can spend there for attacking. Okay, she's going to use double team, and she's going to call out to Bert. Bert, hit him, shoot him. So she does his. So she'll finish her attack, and then Bert, you get an immediate attack as well.
All right.
In addition to your turn.
Very nice.
Not that you'll really need it, because yep. So 3 points of door by his armor. He's got to start rolling for. Oops, sorry. That's for 1d6. And if he doesn't really matter because he also falls down dead.
Good going.
So, with that, you are out of combat, and I'm going to do. I was going to do something, but I'm going to do it slightly differently now. So, one thing we haven't done yet in this game. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep the same. I'm going to keep this thing up for a moment. Oh no. Okay, so for now we are out of combat.
I like the fact we got the nice triumphant music at that point.
Yep. Okay, so and you have the corridor ahead of you leading back to your ship with your 2 passengers in tow.
Yeah, I certainly say so.
Yep.
Come, let's get to the ship. Oh, hang on a second. I'd like to go through this Drake's pockets, see if he has anything interesting.
Okay. Roll me an perception. I think it's perception investigation. Yep, perception check with investigation
I'll
if you have it.
just straight perception.
That's fine. Yep.
13.
Okay, so you find the hand terminal that he had, and it does seem it's encrypted at the moment. You still got the alarms blaring. You still got the warning about auto destruct going. So you haven't really got time to decrypt it at the moment. You find. What else do you find? You find key card for all the doors on the station, and you find his pistol.
Well, I'll take all of that lot then.
Mm-hmm.
And let's get out of here.
Okay. As you do so, let's see. Can I have what's the order? Can you all make me perception checks, please?
Mm-hmm.
Perception.
Perception checks. Yep.
There you go. 11.
Yeah, but that. 12 with 2 stunts.
I'll do one for Kira as well. So I'm gonna say, Brookhav, as you're turning around to see make sure everybody else is still with you, you see a flash of metal as Dr. Bragenholm draws a knife and she's going to lunge at Dr. Seri.
Get fucking! Point out this to people.
What would you like to do?
Me?
Oh, any of you?
I'd like to pounce upon Dr. Bregov, try and grab that knife.
Okay, make me a I'm gonna say fighting check because you're gonna try and try and overpower her. With grappling, if you have it, I don't think you have. But this would be a grappling check.
That's a 5 with 1 stunt point.
That's not gonna cut it, I'm afraid. Anybody else want to try?
I mean, I'm too far away, surely.
I'm gonna say you can leap that 3 meters, rush
In
that
that
3
case,
meters.
yes, I'm going to fucking deck her. So, you're relentless. What? I can't remember what overwhelm is.
Oh, is that a talent or a
Yeah, a talent. In hand-to-hand combat, you are relentless and overwhelming.
Let's have a look. There should be a little tick here to say show more. Let's see what show more says. When you make a close combat attack, you can take up to a -3 penalty on your attack roll to receive a corresponding damage bonus to your damage roll.
No, we won't be doing that. So I have fighting. I also have brawling. So is that something? I have a
Proficiency in fighting unarmed, so it's a focus. So if you want to try and deck her, you'd use that to get a bonus from it.
Brawling.
Yep. So you're just coming round on her. With 2 stunt points, it's enough to hit her.
So what can I do? 2 stun points. I mean, I'm not trying. Obviously, I'm just trying to deck her. I am not trying to kill her in this
I see.
sense. Although, admittedly, with 2 stun points, I can try to disarm.
Oh, okay.
With a melee stunt. You and your target make opposed melee attack rolls. If you win, you knock your enemy's weapon d6 plus strength meters away in a direction of my choice. So I'll be attempting that.
Okay.
So I have to roll another attack roll? Or does it go against the one I just made?
Sorry, let me just read it again. That was disarm, wasn't it?
Under melee stunts, disarm.
I see it. You and your target make opposed melee attack rolls if you win. Yeah, so it's just you make another attack roll. Not for this. You still get damage from your first one, but this is just to see if you knock the knife out of her hand.
If I manage to disarm.
Yep.
So, blah, 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 blah. So, 19.
Okay. I think that's going to be enough. I don't think she's going to beat that, but we'll go through the motions.
This is where she is 25.
13. Nope. So you knock it 1d6 plus however many meters it was away.
So slash roll 1d6 plus, I can't remember what my strength is. I'll look in a second. 1 plus my strength, which I can't find. Where the fuck are you? Strength 0, so 1 meter away.
Okay, let's see. So, yep.
And I do that much damage to her.
2 damage to her.
As I just literally just lamp her.
I'm gonna say for the purposes of this that you do successfully like knock her across the jaw and she goes down like a sack of bricks.
Well, I suppose she is just a scientist.
No! Bad scientist! Bad troll!
So now you've got unconscious Dr. Braggenholm.
Ah,
And
Well.
the alarms are still going. I've got a sound effect for this. Hang on a minute.
I'll tell you what. Drag her along, will ya? Let's get them both back on ship and let's get down. Get the hell out of here.
Grabs her by hair and drags her off.
Yeah, she deserves it. You know what?
Okay, as you carry on down the corridor to your ship, I'm going to change the thing slightly because we haven't done a chase yet in this game. I really wanted to do a chase. So as you're carrying on down, you hear noises behind you and you see more security coming after you.
oh shit!
Right.
So that puts us
Stop
in a chase.
Oh.
So the way chases work is there's going to be 3 security coming after you. It's initiative order again, and each person makes the run action. So it's a
Fucking
Another,
stop chasing you dicks!
another vector operative. Rarity. Also gets a 6.
I don't like the look of this, but let's get this going.
Okay. Bert, your turn.
Alright, here we go. 12 free stunt,
3 stunt points. Okay, so have a look at your stunts, see if there's anything there you can.
I am gonna do I'm gonna do an attack on the move if I can.
Okay, you can make a bonus melee or ranged attack using the bonus activate action, or make a bonus. So I'm going to say you can. It talks about vehicles, but I'm going to say you can shoot at him if you want to. If you want to do that, shoot at one of them.
I'd like to shoot at one which has got the 6.
Okay, yep, you can do that.
So accuracy.
Yes, accuracy with pistols if you have it. Doesn't hit, I'm afraid. As you're running, you're trying to get a bead on him, but it just flies off everywhere else.
Dang it. Oh well, never mind.
Next Vex operative.
Get it going. Get it going.
Keep running. Run.
Ooh.
And he gets a 5 on his. And Adam he's going to take. He knows the station quite well, so he knows where there's a hidden passageway, and he's going to which gives him a +2 to his total, so he's on 7. They are catching up to you guys. Brookhaven, it is your turn.
Right, so this is just a normal dexterity.
Normal dexterity, yep.
Which is 3.
Kev. 3. Back to the top of the round. Vector operative is going to continue running. I've got this horrible thing about keep on closing sheets when I need them. I need to get better at that. Dexterity. I think seeing you firing back at him is like caused him to stumble a bit. He didn't make that roll, so he drops farther behind. Kira, let's go with you. Kira gets an extra 1 to her total. So she pulls a bit further ahead. She has 1 stump point to go with it. And she's going to say punch it, which gives her a +1 bonus on her next chase test. So when it comes around to her again, she gets a +1 on her test. Ares. You do get an extra 1, so you're a bit slower than last time, but you do stay ahead of them. Next Vector operative. Three on his, so he is really catching up to you. He's the one who is like right at the front of the pack. But
right, sounds like I can run for it. Come on. There's a 13, 2 stunt points. I'm gonna punch it twice.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Sorry. Yep. So you get your +2 there, and you're punching it twice, so you're going to get +2 on your next go.
Very good. That's it.
Yep. Next one is the next Vector operative, and he's also going to try and keep up. Oh, just about. The armor is starting to wear down on him, but he is really catching up. He's almost got a hand to you. Brickev.
Brickev dash. Another 3, apparently.
And 3 stunt points.
3 stunt points. 3. Let's have a look what we can do. 3 keys. Second move. Full leader. Basic maneuver. I'm going to use punch it 3 times.
Okay, so you're getting a +3 on your next go. That's fine. Back to the top with the first Vector Operative. Who started to lag behind a bit, and he still lags behind. He is just really not really out of it.
Might as well just give up.
He might as well just give up. I think he might just give up actually. Kira, and she gets a +1 on her because of her dexterity of her stunt bonus last time. 5 stunt points, 5 stunt points. She finds a new burst of speed and just starts to lunge ahead. She is going to use a shortcut, so she just happens to duck between a couple of girders and add an extra 2 for 10. Eris. Wow. Wow.
Whoa.
Wow.
3, 5, 6.
So,
Oh my god.
Yep, so that's 6 drama die to your total for 13, and you have 6 stunt points. You want to use 6 stunt points?
Sure. Ares is the devil, confirmed.
Go on then. With that, you can use shortcuts for getting an additional +2 on it. You can run interference to cause someone else to take a -2. You can attack on the move. You can give yourself a bonus for the next round.
On attack on the move.
Okay, for 3. So yeah, make me a pistol attack. And I'm going to put it against the guard who's out in front. Again, it just ricochets off into the corridor, but I think you have 3 stunt points left. You do have 3 stunt points left you can use.
Okay. Should I roll again?
No, just like, in your chase stunts, just you can either say punch it to give yourself a +3 bonus on your next round.
Punch it.
Yep, so 3 +3 bonus on your next round to use those up.
Okay.
Next up is the next Vector Operative. Verity. 15 for 4, and I'm not going to count his stunt points as well. This guy's these 2 guards are really pulling ahead, but yes, you are lagging behind at the moment. You're kind of like it's between you and the guard right behind you, but you do get a +2 on this check.
I do.
Punched it.
So that's 10.
That would be 10.
Still not quite enough, I'm afraid.
God damn it.
Next Vector Operative is going to... Oh, that's the wrong one. That's Kira's. Don't want to do Kira's with that. Next Vector Operative is going to come and roll for 4. So, again, you got these 2 guys breathing right down your neck. Brickev, you get a +3 on your check. You can see, it's like you can start to see the door ahead of you.
Fuck. So do I put a +3 in the modifier, or do
yes,
I?
+3 in the modifier.
So +3.
Oh, yes. And seeing the door ahead of you gives you a sudden second wind as you lunge forward.
Yeah, I know. Yep.
This Vector Operative here, and I'm going to give him a dexterity. He's lagging right way behind. He just starts to pull forward, but I'm going to say he sees that that everybody else is like quite way ahead of him, and he's going to like slow down and come to a halt. So he's going to be out of it. So
He's dead.
Okay, Kira. Dexterity. Oh, she doesn't make it. She doesn't make it there. Thinks she just trips over something and it stumbles her for a moment. Eris,
Okay.
you have a +3 bonus to this, so when it says modifiers, put in +3. Nice. Very nice. Eris, you are nearly at the door to the hangar.
Literally, he's been
You then just reach it a bit more. Next guard. Just he stumbles but manages to catch his footing, and he just makes it. So that's a thing for him. But
Right, let's see if I can actually catch up at all.
you got a +2 now.
Hey, very nice. Let's see what happens. 20.
Oh, that's more like it.
And +5.
So 10. You also find a sudden burst of speed and manage to pull out a bit.
Don't you go away without me.
Vector operative. 12 with a 6 on the thing, so he also sees you're just about to get away, and he just grabs onto it, but Ares, you manage to shake it off. So what I'm going to say for this is he reaches 21, so he manages to get onto Ares, but because Ares is so close, I'm going to say Ares shakes it off, and Ares, you turn around, you bring up your pistol and give covering fire to make the other two guards duck while your companions join you at the airlock.
Oh, this is so intense.
And with a hail of gunfire, you manage to get through the airlock and back onto the ship with your one unconscious passenger and one living passenger. You start pulling away from the station.
Yes, we fucking do.
And as you gun it, you see you get a proximity alarm on your ship as another ship launches from the station.
Right. Of course it does.
Yep. And there it is. And we are now in a space battle, which is kind of how I want to finish off this session for a bit.
Right,
So,
you are.
because you started off so close together, this is your opponent's ship. This is your ship. So we're in a space battle, and you notice you're starting at medium range. You scan the other ship and see that it is armed with a railgun. And you hear a little dink. Hold on, I can do the proper sound effect. You hear a little as a railgun bolt fires past you.
I'm beginning not to like these guys.
So Blue is saying Bert is the captain, Kira is the pilot. Eris, do you want to run ECM and Brikev? Do you want to run mechanics? I think that's what might be the best thing.
Sure.
Yep.
I engineer.
You engineer. Yep, that's cool. Okay, so Bert, what are your orders? What's your orders for this one?
Right, you're gonna have to remind me what I can do for this.
You can recommend what you want to do, like close range, increase range, fire weapons, but mechanically you have to run a communications leadership check.
I understand that side of things.
Yep.
I think it's about time we're trying to take out that railgun of theirs, if nothing else.
Okay.
If there's any.
Yep.
If we have the weaponry which we can fire from here, I think it's about time we did.
Yep. You got your torpedoes you can fire from this range.
Yeah, I think torpedo seems to be the right track.
Okay.
No modifiers.
No modifiers.
Here we go. 18 was
Very
4
nice. So
stunt
you have
points.
4 stunt points, and you get 1 stunt point anyway for beating the test. So you have 5 stunt points. You can use them against space combat stunts now, or you can save them for later on. It's up to you.
Let's see. I am gonna say we're gonna set them up.
Okay, set them up. This is the debris field, isn't it?
Yep.
So you're in an asteroid field, and you can find lots of little micro asteroids flying around. And you're going to try and maneuver the ship so that their ship flies into it. That's cool. So, Kira, would you like? Sorry.
Sorry, no, I was just reading that side of things, but I'm going to do that at set up at 5 rather than at the 4, considering it's 4 plus.
So it's half the stunt points you spend on it. So plus half stunt points spent. So this would be 14.
round
When
down.
it comes
ain't gonna be-
yeah, when it comes to attack, we'll sort out when we come to attack. Just remember that we're doing that.
Oh,
Do you want Kira to stay at range, or do you want her to close in or try and widen the gap?
I'll tell you what. Let's close in. Give yourself a better target.
Okay, no modifiers. 19. Wow. And the opposing ship has to try and beat that somehow. Which they can't beat it, so you do indeed close in. So I'm going to open that window and move in there. So now your torpedoes will hit this turn, your railgun, your PDCs will hit this turn. Oh, they're railguns. Right, errors, electronic warfare. So this is an intelligence technology test. If you win, if you succeed, you get a bonus equal to half the drama dice, which can be added to either defensive or attack. So roll me an intelligence technology check, please. If you don't have a technology, it's an intelligence check.
I've got intelligence.
Cool. Roll me an intelligence check. No modifiers. That is not enough to beat their sensors. It's an opposed test, so they need to roll their side of it. Roll 3d6. They win, but they only get 1, so they're going to have a +1 bonus to attacks and defenses. I'll put it on their defense, so they get +1 bonus to defense. Shooty bang bang time. So this.
We're looking at you.
So weapon attacks, you got what would you like to fire? You've got torpedoes, you've got PDCs, and you've got this setup stunt you've got. So let's have a look. So Brickev, I'm going to say Brickev, you have the weapons at your fingertips. Do you want to? Are you going to do the fire everything thing?
Yeah.
Fire everything. Okay,
I
so
have no idea what I do. So
no, that's fine. You just have to say that you're firing them.
that's right. I'm firing.
You can choose though. You recently installed plasma torpedoes on your ship, which do less damage than normal torpedoes, but they punch through an enemy's hull even more easily.
Well, that less damage isn't very fun. So...
It's slightly less damage, but it does. But it literally halves their hull when it hits.
Yeah, no. We'll save them for later.
Very well. So, so basically, you're unloading your PDCs, your torpedoes, and you've also managed to get and maneuver them into flying into an asteroid. So, let's start with
the firing console is pretty much lots of little tiny buttons for all the individual weapons, and then just one red button saying "fuck it,"
and that's the one you're pressing.
Yeah.
Remind me to take that button out at one point.
And they're going to fire their railgun at you. So, defenses. Let's see. Kira needs to make evasion checks now. Kira needs to make 1 evasion check for their railgun. So, piloting, no modifiers. 13, and it's 12. So she just manages to get out of the way of their railgun. The railgun goes like that, and you can hear it kind of like scrape the armor, but it doesn't penetrate.
Sweetie.
Meanwhile, they have to. They now have to suffer your torpedoes and point defense cannons. So start with the point defense cannons. 3d6 plus.
Shooty bam bam.
That's not going to hit. I don't care what the score is for that. That's not going to hit. So, Brickev, can you roll me 2d6, please? Yeah, 2d6.
Roll 2d6. 7.
And their hull is going to be roll 2d6. So 4 points of damage get through. So you do hit them quite spectacular. You do hit them quite a palpable hit.
Good. Now, if they could just die, it'd be wonderful.
And they have to take 4 losses, which I'm going to put on 2 on sensors and 2 on hull. So they take a -2. So they take a -2 hull, and they take -2 to their sensors, which is really bad for them because it means they can't dodge it. They can't dodge things as much. That's your PDCs. Now it's your torpedoes. Roll me 4d6, please.
4d6.
4d6.
4d6. 7 again.
7. So this is going to be /roll 2d6 -2. 1. So they take. They're going to take up maneuverability this time. -2 to their maneuverability. And now for the setup, which is the fun one. So this is 10 plus. I'm doing yourself, Bert. 10 plus your intelligence, plus your leadership. What's that score in total?
First of all, leadership is through communication. I got a
If it's
+2.
leadership focus, which is 2.
Yep.
What's your intelligence?
Intelligence is also 2.
So that's 14 plus 2 for the stunt points. That's 16. They need to defend against. 3d6 plus their maneuvering, which they don't have maneuvering anymore because you hit their thrusters. So they don't dodge it, and the damage is going to be. Damage is half this, so it's 2d6 damage against them. So let's roll 2d6, which is 9, and they get the whole score. Roll 2d6 2, which is 6, so 3 points of damage goes through. Usual thing, and they are looking pretty beat up on their ship. Damage to weapons, so it's a -1 penalty to target numbers and -1 to weapons damage. So now their weapon is at -2 as well. So your defensive rolls get a +2 bonus essentially against this one.
You're all fucked, mate.
So yeah, you just like
Well.
raked them with PDC fire a torpedo and managed to crash them into a little asteroid as well. From the top, Bert, your orders again, please.
I reckon it's time we finish this. Brooke, we're trusting you, and Kira, keep us flying straight.
Okay, communication leadership, please.
Any modifiers? None.
No modifiers.
Here we go. 14.
14 and
Plus
2
2.
stunt points, and you get the extra one, so you get 3 stunt points for that.
Oh, excellent. Yeah, in which case, we'll find a perceived weakness. We increase damage on one successful weapon attack by 1d6.
Ooh, do you want to make a note of that?
I will.
Okay. Piloting checks. So Kira's going to do her piloting again. 17. And they're at -2 for maneuverability, so they're just a straight 3d6. Kira wins, so you stay the same distance apart. Ares, roll me an electronic warfare test again, please. 3d6 on your roll me an intelligence check, please. 9 plus 11. Okay, and they rolled theirs, and they've lost their sensors as well. Okay, so now you get a +1 bonus to your either +1 bonus to your defensive rolls, or they take a -1 bonus to their defensive rolls, so you can decide which one you want to do. Either
Our defensive.
Okay, so you want to put it on your defensive. That's fine. Bricker, are you going to mash the button again?
Push the button!
And they're going to press their railgun button as well. So, defensive rolls. Kira makes her defensive roll against the railgun, and it's going to be +1. Wow, that is quite handily done. So, and you just hear the thing go past again.
You
No.
guys got in for shit.
They need to make their checks against PDCs first, and it's against. That's not going to cut it. So they taking PD. So Brick, roll me 2d6 for the PDCs, please.
2d6.
Yep. And they need to roll their 2d6 minus 2 because of their hull. Just absorbs it. It just scratches, but it doesn't do as much damage this time. Torpedoes. I need to check against their torpedoes. So another 3d6. Well, let's put some more music back on. Okay, roll me 4d6 this time, please, Brickev. 12. 2d6 minus 2. Something's going to get through. Okay.
Most of it's going to get through.
Most of it's going to get through, right. Slash roll 1d6.
And don't forget to add on that. I'm adding on that perceived weakness on that one as well. One extra 1d6.
Okay,
to
plus
a successful weapon
roll another
attack.
1d6.
Another 2.
It doesn't matter. Your torpedoes crash into it, and it looks like your PDCs put a weakness onto it because your torpedoes just slash right through it, and it explodes in a spectacular array.
Hey, I told you I was sure of weakness. There was a hole in there in the command hub.
Yep, and it explodes quite spectacularly.
Oh, ain't that beautiful, right
It
there?
is, yes.
It's enough to bring a tear to your eye.
At which point, the auto-destruct on the station also goes off and the station explodes.
You know, I reckon this is what they used to do at the 4th of July. They said the
It's like
fire's
Christmas.
blowing up in this.
Now, as the station explodes, chunks of rock and shrapnel fly out into space, and they do batter your ship.
Ah, no, I just got a big job.
And
Well, literally.
several of them impact the drive cone and actually destroy the drive cone. So you now have your drive has gone, and you are left drifting in space.
Fuck.
These are the voyages, the starship.
And as your ship is now drifting powerless in space, that's where we're going to call this episode to an end.
All right.
These are the logs of the mining ship Red Dwarf.
So thank you very much for playing, guys. I said this is the season finale for this series of The Expanse, where we will be back later on to find out what happens to our crew.
They're dead.
Let's go around the room. Ben, your favourite moment of the session?
Well, to be honest, it's what we've just gone through. I think that went quite amazingly well for the sake of 2 turns.
Yep.
I could just
Sean.
imagine that one.
Oh, what wasn't it like? I got to deck a troll, I got a scientist, and
Brian.
then explosions. What's not to like?
Being able to say poppycock.
I think
just come to England. You can do that all the time.
Yeah. I enjoyed this one. I know it was a bit short, but I think I really enjoyed it. This is like the first big adventure in the book. Yeah, I think it went quite well. I thought the chase didn't go too badly. As you can see, there's some bits we need to improve there, but I enjoyed the space battle as well. Just got the idea of your ship just like utterly pounding the other ship completely, and the other ship's like, no, I've got a railgun as well. Nope, you die.
I've got this powerful weapon. Let me hit you. No.
And with that, we are going to draw to a close. Thank you, everyone, for watching. Let me switch to the credit screen. Oh, no, I've got the sound effect for the station. There we go. So go to the credit screen for upcoming streams tomorrow evening. Sean, I believe your crew is taking on the Golden Tooth as you continue the endless hunt for the Pyre-Maul. Is that correct?
We are. We're drowning.
That's always a good thing to start with.
Drowning.
Thursday, John is taking his crew of extraterrestrial fighters through XCOM 2. Friday, I'm back in the GM's chair with Princes of the Apocalypse as our party of heroes take on Scarlet Moon Hall with the perfectly normal and absolutely fine druid ritual that's happening there.
Nothing bad
Absolutely.
happens in Druid.
on Sunday, the former Storm Kings Thunder team are now in the clutches of the cult team. Carry on as they search for evidence for where Briar's body has been taken, and maybe tangle with a few of the cults in the meantime. Next Monday, I believe John is carrying on with Minecraft Mondays. And I believe that brings us back to Tuesday. I don't believe there's a stream next Tuesday, so that's it for the week. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. I've really enjoyed running this game, and I will come back. We will come back to it later on, but we're gonna have a break for now.
Yeah. Oh, it's been fun.
Yeah.
It's a bit.
So thank you, everyone, and we are going to do a raid. Actually, let me just bring up the Twitch. I'm not on the wrong window, and we are going to send a raid to Internet Remix, who are doing their Dungeons and Dragons game.
Mm-hmm.
Woo!
Oh.
2 viewers are ready to raid. Yep. So let's go, and once the button goes, see you all, guys. Take care, guys. Bye.
Good
Bye.
days.
Take care. Stay safe.